Okay, seriously, this is the last video. Okay. Guess I wore these tonight, you guys. I wore these on stage because they're really warm and it's super cold right now. It's 33 degrees. That's what it says. Okay. I wanted to prove to you that I'm not a liar because I still have a vagina, so it's like it's kind of questionable. I realize that shit. Nobody needs to tell me that. I was a misogynist before being a misogynist became a right-wing thing. And it's still not. Like, not really. I don't actually hate women. I just want them to live better lives and, like, not be terrible, toxic people. But they can't manage that. So, anyway. I have this embarrassing admission. There's this guy that I do comedy with who I was so convinced hated me in the beginning because he said a lot of mean stuff to me. But I think he was trying to, like, break me in, maybe. I don't know. Well, I left. I didn't perform at the Eastern for a while because of some political bullshit. And Ronit dragged me back. And he actually said, "Welcome back," which I wasn't expecting. Because, yeah, he was kind of mean to me in the beginning. But, like, I don't know if he was, like, intimidated by me or he just didn't like my stuff. But, I don't know. He told me to have a good night tonight. So maybe he's just not as freaked out by me as he was in the beginning. I don't know. Anyway, it's been like 10 years. You know? He met you like 10 years ago. So I think that it's more of a familiarity thing, you know? Yeah. But I want you guys to know that I'm not, like, above wanting people to like me or whatever. Because I think he's really funny. And he's, like, a really talented person. Like, I mean, his comedy is really, really good. And he actually takes risks, too. He's one of the few people that I can say that about. Because most people are not taking risks. Brad's taking risks. I typically don't like musical comedy, but I mean, his music is really fucking good and he's clever. He's just an insanely talented musician. You know, Sean is the one I'm talking about, by the way. Sean is an insanely talented musician. And, you know, they can go back and forth and, like, play drums or guitar or keyboard or whatever. But yeah. Musical comedy is definitely more of a risk. But, anyway, like, people whose comedy I like, I do want them to like me. You know, like, musicians that I really like, it pains me that, like, they would be bothered by my beliefs, you know, or certain people that I like, you know, but I'm a very versatile person, you know, I'm a lot like California, you know, without all the fucking weed and gay stuff, you know, like, I've definitely mingled with all that, but not now, and so I got a lot going on, you know, I got mountains, I got the ocean, I got, you know, degeneracy in Laurel Canyon, you know, there's a lot to me, there's a lot of stuff that I like and listen to, and it's all, you know, contradictory. So it's like I'm processing multiple realities at the same time. Yeah, a lot of people can't fucking do that, which is why they're so hateful and judgmental, and they don't like entire groups of people or like an entire generation, that's crazy. I mean, we can all bitch about things, people, places, and things. We can bitch about that. Anybody can bitch about anything. But to just have this kind of blanket statement, I mean, I know I do that too, but I do comedy. It's okay. I just make a lot of statements, It's so crazy to me. People take all this shit so seriously. But yeah, this dude I'm talking about, though. I know he's a liberal. Well, I know that he hates Donald Trump. I know that for a fact. He's talked a lot of shit about Trump. But the thing is, he's still funny, though. Like, there are a lot of people that stop being funny because they made politics their entire identity, and it was just, like, nauseating, all the anti-Trump stuff. And that's why I went the other way. But I wasn't actually going that way. Like, I would say that I think about things way more conservatively. But at the same time, like, liberals have a lot of points that they make that points that they used to make. They don't really make them the way that they used to. But, war's not good. War's not good. Bombing children's hospitals is not good. You can keep saying you're pro-life, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think you're lying. Nobody's pro-life. I need to put that on a t-shirt, or, well, a poster that hopefully will go on a t-shirt. Because I don't see how anybody could be pro-life, especially with the robot ears, When you got these thingamajigs in your ears, like, you don't really want to be human anymore. You're meshing with technology. I get it, though, that, like, that's what everybody's doing, so it's just socially acceptable. But it's fucking weird. Okay, I'm allowed to be weirded out. You can call it judgmental. I mean, it's righteous judgment, though. Okay, it's righteous judgment. You guys are guilty of the great transgression. I really believe that. I don't remember what psalm that is. I think it's like Psalm 19 or something. It talks about idolatry. Like, that's what it is. Like, people are idolizing technology. Technology wouldn't be a big deal if people didn't fucking jerk off to it. But that's essentially what they're doing. Like, you're making it your whole fucking world, And I get it. I used to do the same thing with weed. But I still thanked God for weed. Do you think that people are like, thank you so much for this iPhone. Thank you so much for my ability to constantly distract myself while I take a dump because I don't know how to think thoughts anymore. I don't know how to be in this little bathroom stall with my thoughts for 2 minutes or 5 minutes or however long it takes me to take a dump. I just can't be with my thoughts. They're too much. I don't know. Maybe I have a lot of thoughts, and so that's why I don't mind. Maybe they just don't have as many thoughts, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But all I know is they're definitely junkies. Like, if you replace the robot ears with, like, just heroin addiction, that would be like a fucking junkie walking around with a fucking, what do you call it? What's that thing? The fucking balloon. You sound like Bill Burr, dude. Dude, yeah, when I get mad. I mean, but it does play mad, okay? I'm just mocking them because it's just ridiculous. A syringe. Like, you're just walking around with a fucking syringe on your arm, like, all the time, and you're just, like, sitting at fucking Golden Corral or some shit. Like, that's essentially what people are doing. They got these fucking robot ears. Like, just in case I get a notification. Oh my God, you are not that important. I guarantee you're not that important that you need that everywhere you go. I can understand certain occasions. This was never not meant to be gluttonous.